So you're ready to get some points for your work, I'm sure, already, even before you've really probably done much of it. How do you do that? Well, if you go to the achievements menu, underneath Ledger, it's going to say open the file location. And that's going to pop up, a Finder window if you're on Mac, or an Explorer window if you're on Windows. And it's going to show you where your ledger file is. So the ledger.data file is the one we care about, the only one we care about. We don't need any other files here. This has all the information of everything you've done for the whole work, and there'll be a tool which processes that and gives you credit. It should come up with the same number that shows up on your badges, but it may or may not, depending on how things are graded and how things show up. So don't freak about that. But ideally, these numbers should be pretty much the same. But the ledger is the source of truth, not the badges. And the badges don't read from the ledger. But for this class, what you're going to do is you're going to go to Gradescope. And you'll find inside of Gradescope this task, know UML-everything. And you can actually see I've tested this out one time. Here's mine that's inside of here. And here is the last time I ran it. But let me show you how you'll submit it. First time, last time, whatever. So I say resubmit. All I need to do is go to that file and drag and drop it, or I can click over here and select where that file comes from, whichever you prefer. But drag and drop it in here and say upload. And so this will go and run. This tool will take 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, however long it takes. Hopefully, it'll time out after 5 or 10 minutes. So if it does that, then maybe try it again, and then if not, ask for help. But it'll also send you an email here. Now notice the due date here. This might not be your due date if you're not in the first section where I recorded this, which for the first section it is, but whatever that due date is probably isn't the actual due date, because the final due date is going to be the end of the class that you're in. So keep working on this, and the points actually are separated across the whole class. The goal is to have you be really good at this stuff by that due date, and putting in a ton of practice by that due date. Now, notice there's a bunch of categories here. Use case diagram quiz, coding diagram quiz, drawing class diagrams, class diagram quiz, all these. These are kind of randomly sorted. I don't get to put them in a specific order, so this order doesn't mean anything. But this tells you the amount of points you can earn for each topic. So, for example, you can get 100 bonus points inside of here, of which we've earned 1 already so far in the work you've seen. And then if you want to know more about that, you can come and see. Okay, so for bonus points, you can earn partial credit. Keep practicing and earn badges to get more points. So these are all the badges that earn points. And you can see for trick questions, I've earned 1 point so far, and I can get up to 10 points out of trick questions right there. So this will give you the status that hopefully mirrors what's going on. Now the points are not the counts in the total, but you can see I need to get 20, but I only have 1. If I go back to Know UML, and you can see the trick questions, again, the goal is 20, and I have 1. So there is, and there should be some alignment here, but it is possible this could be messed up if you lose your config file or lose your ledger even. So be very careful about that. You lose your ledger, you could be missing out on a bunch of points. Mind you, the ledger file actually, if you lose one ledger but find the old one, we can actually merge them together. So if that happens, let me know. You shouldn't lose your work, but it is really important to track that and maybe back up that file from time to time. The best way to back it up, by the way, is submit it. You can continue to submit this over and over again. You saw one that I had tested on and submitted beforehand, and when I resubmitted it, I actually ended up with fewer points than I had in the other one because I submitted a brand new ledger. That can happen as well. But this will tell you exactly how you earn points if you read this text inside here carefully. This stuff down here doesn't really mean anything. It's just an exception code, the way it works in the back end. But you can see here, when it comes to coding inheritance and class diagrams, I've not earned any points yet, but once I do at least 5 of them, I will start earning points. And then if I look at others, I can continue to earn more and more points up to like 20. And again, you can see your maximum points up to here. So in the class, this is a very, very rich source of points. You can earn more than 600 points earning, through through Know UML, which is a third of the grade if you earned all that many points. But you don't have to. There's definitely a lower minimum that I'm expecting you to play with it. But if this tool works for you, if this is a good source of points, it's worth the time, then you can continue to max out all of these things until you have all of those points, or whatever you need for the grade you're shooting for. But that's how you earn the points, and I really suggest that you do this regularly. It shows engagement with the class. It puts points on the board for your grade to make you have that encouragement, and also it gives you a backup place, because you can actually also go to your submission history. For some reason you lose it, and you can go grab the old ones. You can see I had 24 points before and I dropped down to 1. Well, I can go through, or you can ask me and I can download this again. We can merge it. We can get you all the points from that, and have it move on. Now beware though, if you try and be clever and share files amongst other folks, there's actually integrity mechanisms that will catch that and show that. And so don't try and overthink this. Just put in the work and get the points for the work that you do.